Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, and I'm making this video just to kind of explain a few more things. First off, some of you might have seen that whole thing where I had a community post and that's up and said I'm going on like an indefinite hiatus. That's still true, even though I have found ways to still look at some YouTube videos and all that type of stuff. Not saying no because it's just going to give more firepower to YouTube where it's like, okay, we can sit and try and block this method. I'm just not going to say. But other people might actually reveal it anyway, so who knows. I'm not going to say it, but there you go. But yeah, that's a major thing with this issue, this whole ad block crap, because it does affect me multiple ways, not just watching videos on YouTube. Because here's the thing, when it comes to YouTube videos and all that, they try to hype up ad revenue like it's the end all be all thing where, okay, this is where most of your money is going to come from. No, it's not. This is where most of their money is going to come from. Because I'm not that big of a YouTuber, but as a YouTuber, I don't see that much money from YouTube. Period. It takes a lot to even hit the supposed threshold to even get a payment. And that leads to me getting paid, like, what, once a year? If that? Like, maybe once or twice a year? Like, come on. So, that's still shooting me in the foot right there because, like, while they're not making as much money on the ad thing and all of that, it still is the fact that if you try to pressure people into using an ad blocker, I mean, not using ad blockers, they're going to start pressuring back. Like, people do not want to be told what to do on the internet. Like, let's just call it like it is. But the major thing with them is the fact that it's like, this whole mess is just invasive, and I do believe it's a breach of privacy because they're putting some little JavaScript code in and whatnot, and it's kind of just like taking a look at all the crap on your computer. That it's the same as like some sort of spyware or something like that. It's like, what? That's why the European government is honestly just pissed at YouTube because it's a violation of privacy. That'd be like somebody trying to set up a camera to look inside your house. Like, no. And then on top of that too is also the simple fact that it's like, you honestly would get more money being supported in other methods when it comes to like the whole thing with like, okay, for instance, say that you have like some sort of merch, like you made some t-shirts or something or whatever, or you end up having like your own little Patreon. That is what's going to support YouTubers a lot more because they're going to sit and get payments off of that. They're going to make more money than what they would get from the ad revenue, most likely. It still depends on how many people buy their stuff, but that's just how that is. And then on top of that too is the fact that it's like, it's all a stunt to try and pressure you into premium. Because YouTube does have a premium thing. And it does promise features where it's like, okay, no ads, and you like get some extra stuff like an offline player or whatever. A lot of that stuff can just be done for free. Who cares, YouTube? Anybody smart enough is just going to sit back and just not bother because it is doable free. So what's the point? Then on top of that as well, a lot of people didn't really know about an ad blocker or anything until this mess happened, so you kind of just push more people into knowing about ad blockers and like, oh hey, let's try that out. Kind of shot yourselves in the foot. But what really just happened to being a better company? Like, why are they just not trying to like do what people want instead of just hassling over, oh well, this handful is using this thing, let's just try and squeeze as much money as we can by trying to get them to stop. And it's like, now you just alerted everybody else to it and inconvenience them. They're probably going to just sit back and do that to spite you. So it's like, what? But then there's this one major thing as well too, where it's just like, Google owns YouTube, they own Chrome, but Chrome has a built-in ad blocker, and YouTube's like, oh no, turn off your ad blockers. They're like, wait, what? And then they suspiciously upped the price of premium right before doing all this. Google, we see what you're doing. Don't try to lie to us. And the biggest thing that just makes it like a big what type moment is that you're going to sit back and try to ruin a little bit of stuff with Firefox and a few other browsers probably, but Firefox is a big issue they're talking about right now, where there's like a video delay or whatever right when you start up a video, and it's just like, what? Like, who? Like, that's just petty. I'm calling it like it is. It's just petty. So now that brings in this whole other thing as well. The fact that because they're doing all this petty crap and nonsense and whatever, there's still that whole thing where it's like, some people just don't want to mess with Google or YouTube, and I don't blame them. So you're kind of just shooting yourselves in the foot, losing your customers or whatever. And it's like, what were you expecting? Like, what was your plan? Like, it's stupid. It's really stupid. That's the only way to call it. It's just flat out grade A stupid, and it's just like, no, you need to stop. You need to go reevaluate your plan and all that. They were having less revenue from ads and all that over time. Now you're just going to make it worse. Like, that was stupid. But, another major thing, too, is the fact that, like, a lot of Japanese content creators and whatnot use Nico Nico Doga, or I don't know how to pronounce the actual name of it or whatever, but I kind of see why. Because it's like, who's going to put up with this crap? Like, who seriously wants to put up with that? Like, what was your plan, YouTube? Why did you even... What was your plan? So, now that they're doing all this mess and whatnot, it still comes down to a whole thing of, like, what to do about it, what's your plans, and whatnot. In my case, I'm simply just going to take a break. I got other IRL matters that I'm dealing with, some of them extremely important, where it's just like, I don't want to take the time to worry about that. Like, I have enough issues on my plate. I don't need more. But, then it comes down to the whole mess where it's just like for real. I just don't know why they're just pulling all this mess. Doubling down when they're clearly trying to fight an uphill battle. It's dumb, it's stupid. But it's not just them, other companies do this mess too. I mean, there was a whole thing with Unity, EA does it all the time. There's plenty of companies out there that's just like, they don't use their heads. In my case, I'm just going to like go on a bit of a hiatus because you can hear it in my voice. I'm kind of like sick of this crap and I'm tired of it, and it's just like, no. Now, granted, I will have my Discord down in the description if anybody wants to get in contact me on there, because I'm on there far more. But the major thing is the fact that it's like, I'm just sick of like YouTube stuff and all that too. Like, even if I try to stream as well, there's some things that's understandable. You can't really show everything on YouTube. That's fine. I know there's kids and all that too, but streaming it on my Discord is actually better because there's no streaming restrictions. I won't be able to save videos, but there's that. I stream a few games there too. There's this one game I played on there called Prey Game. I can't show that on YouTube, or I'd have to censor the crap out of it. Like, half the fights. So, yeah, I would rather not. But, Then there's the whole thing with a few of the other games that I'm sitting up playing or trying to deal with, or like it's just a matter of trying to like you can kind of just hear it in my voice. I'm really sick of this mess, but it's more a matter of just trying to like I'm genuinely just trying to at least figure out something, like see if there is another platform or something I can probably like deal with and do this stuff on, because I kind of do want to shift over to that at this point. So yeah, doesn't necessarily mean I'm quitting YouTube, but again, with all the mess they're doing, I'm likely to quit them. So that's not good. But then there's the fact there's like again, I'm like been kind of like going through a whole bunch of different games and all this sort of stuff too. So it's more or less just like a thing with that as well. And I like you can tell I'm just at a loss for words. It's just like a lot of irritation and whatnot. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to like branch out because YouTube's been a hobby for me. I can get serious about it, but it's still at the end of the day just a hobby for me. And I felt like it was just fun to try to like share videos or info or whatever. But it really can take a toll on you when it's like, okay, all this crap is going on, and it seems like you're just getting screwed over when you try to get rewarded for your efforts or whatever. So it's like, what the hell? But a big major thing though is the fact that I still am working on my own game, trying to design it, trying to get things moving on it because it's been on hiatus for a while, and I'm like at a loss on a few things. So it's generally just trying to like get that going, straightforward stuff, like trying to get that on the right path. And let's just say it. I'll just flat out say this: like, of quite a few games, I am getting a little bit tired of playing because I did drop quite a few games that you've seen. I just recently uploaded Girls Creation. Got tired of it almost immediately because I got tired of Legend Clover. It reminded me of that. It also reminded me of Otogi. I got tired of that too. It's just like wow. So yeah, with me being reminded of that type of stuff, it's just like nah. I'll pass. Who knows how long I'll be playing this because I've played Kamihime Project for since the pre-registration, and honestly, they've been going a little bit downhill too. And I've found myself playing it less and less. So there's that as well. Um, I find myself logging into Flower Knight Girl a little bit less too lately, and there's quite a few other games I may have dropped. So that's a big thing with that one. But anyway, um, it's still a case of like I'm trying to branch out with a few things and whatnot, and it's kind of hard to tell. But anyways, like I said, it's just a huge mess. And then you got to keep this one thing in mind too. It's the fact that it's annoying when companies do this. Like no one is going to like when a company does this. Oh crap! Like no one is going to enjoy it. No one is going to really want that to be a thing. So because of that, because they wanted to do this whole mess, it's just infuriating at the end of the day. So when it comes down to it, it's just why. But anyways, like I said, it's just tiring. It's just annoying. I'm kind of like repeating myself a lot right now, but it seriously is. But anyways, there's really not too much more I can really say about it. So I'm going to just move on from there. But anyways, that's all for now, guys. More will probably come soon, but I don't know how soon. So that said, I'm just going to get things moving and whatnot, and just try to resituate is probably a better term for that one. But anyways, like I said, like it's up to you if you really want to do the ad blocker thing or whatnot. I mean, some people do, some people don't. If it's really that much pressure to sit and do stuff outside of it, then well, I don't know what YouTube's even smoking anyways. But it's safer to be on the internet with an ad blocker. At the end of the day, the bottom line, it's much safer to actually have that thing because again, you never know what you might be getting into. So you definitely want to be protected. But anyways, that's all for this. And I have done a whole bunch of different guides and all that type of stuff too. I still do want to finish them off because I had a bit of an obligation for that. So I don't know, maybe I'll do those and I'll upload them and then move on. But who really knows at this point? I'm just kind of like going through the motions. But anyways, like I said, that's all for now. More is definitely going to come soon. I have no clue if, when, or how, or where. It's just, I don't know. But you're better off finding me on Discord. Again, putting a link to that down in the comment. It's actually my Union Discord from Kamihime Project, but if you want to be honest, a good chunk of it slowed down and went to their own games and all that type of stuff too, so it's been branching out to other stuff as well, so that's something to remember. If you're curious about a few other games or maybe want an idea of something else to play as well, that's there. And like I said, I stream on it. So, like, other people even stream on it too. Like, I'm even allowing multiple streams. It's just that I just gotta be a little bit reasonable about it and everything. I'm pretty chill on Discord. It's just if something does go out of line, then yeah, I gotta step in and everything. But I generally just try to be chill about it all because I'm like not trying to be like too hard on everything. But anyways, more will come soon, like I said, and again, generally just trying to like get things like back in order. At least try to resituate what I'm doing and whatnot, and just get a general idea of what I'm trying to like accomplish or whatever. But anyways, that's all for this. And again, descriptions down there, so that's going to be a thing. But yeah, just stay safe out there. Definitely keep your wits about you. That's the best thing you can really do. And again, just take a moment to just stop and consider as much as you possibly can, because that greatly helps out. But anyways, that's all for now, guys. More will come soon. No idea when, but eventually. But take care.